The Bryan and College Station housing market is shifting, and as an investor, you're going to want to know exactly what's going on so you can make the smartest decisions with your hard-earned money, which is why every month, just like this month, we bring you the local housing market update, and this one is a doozy. Spoiler alert, prices are down, inventory is up, and mortgage rates, well, they're a little confusing. Of course, we're covering that this week on your favorite channel, Investing in Bryan and College Station, Texas, where we help you grow your wealth through real estate right here in Aggieland. If you don't know who I am, my name is Greg Schwartz, Marine Corps helicopter pilot turned real estate investor. And along the way, I got my real estate license to help folks like you grow their wealth here in Aggieland. Let's jump right in and give you the most recent update on what's going on here in Aggieland. Today, we're going to cover three things: local development in Bryan and College Station, or lack thereof, the mortgage rates that basically affect the entire nation, and then we'll go back into the local area to talk about housing market data. Let's start off with that development. Guys, I've got a really big number for you. I think it's a very sexy number. I like it a lot. It's $671 million. So if you've ever driven down Highway 6 around 3, 4, 5 p.m., you probably hit traffic. We know that as our population grows, that's gonna be a major bottleneck. And quite frankly, the overpasses and on-ramps just aren't enough for the traffic we currently have, let alone the population growth that we're expecting. So TxDOT has decided they're going to put $671 million into a project that will widen Highway 6. It'll add bike lanes. It will help with the overpasses, the on-ramps, and more. This project's expected to start late 2025, so any month now, and it will be a multi-year project, as you imagine. It'll probably finish up about the time that we need to expand it again, right? That's how things work. But the good news is they're putting money towards our precious Highway 6, hopefully decreasing traffic. Up next, we've got the data center. Now, if you aren't aware, this was a big deal about 2 or 3 weeks ago. You see, kind of last minute, the city of College Station let us know that they were considering approving a data center in the Midtown area in College Station. Now, Midtown is right near where Baylor Scott and White is. If you've ever been to the Costco, it's right in that area. That's what we're calling Midtown College Station. Now, most people thought this would be a residential neighborhood. They were going to put in restaurants and some shops, little boutique stores, and then more neighborhoods. But out of the blue, we saw this come across all of our news feeds, all of our Facebooks here locally, that the city was looking into a data center. I think it was going to mine Bitcoin. Of course, the local people did not like this. We want neighborhoods. We don't want a big data center that would be hogging electricity, have water issues, sound and noise pollution. Guys, there were pitchforks. There were Molotov cocktails. It was absolutely mayhem. Actually, it was pretty civil. The local residents came together. They made their voice heard. And ultimately, the city of College Station heard their concerns. And now we have squashed the data center and we're back looking at that being a residential area. You check out this map right here. This is kind of the area we're talking about. It'll give you an idea of where that development was going to go. But what we expect now is that Midtown will continue to be a residential area, which is good to keep in mind if you're the kind of investor that wants to invest where the path of progress is headed. In this case, I'd say Midtown's a pretty good bet. All right, let's talk mortgage rates. Well, mortgage rates for the last few weeks, so we're talking about end of September, early October, have been right around 6.3 and some change. We did see a pretty good dip, but then it kind of rebounded back up, and we're in this not quite low 6-ish range. One of the reasons that we've been stuck here is we didn't get our jobs report this month. The jobs report is released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, but we had a government shutdown. When the government shuts down, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which is a federal entity, cannot put out the jobs report. So we have no idea if there were job openings, if they were filled, what the unemployment rate looks like. Basically, we're flying blind as an economy when it comes to our local jobs numbers and ultimately a big piece of our economy. As a result, rates have kind of just frozen in place. For the last week or so, 2 weeks, we've been at that 6.3 range and just staying there waiting for some data that will move it one direction or the other. Now, I think that the jobs report will continue to soften. If the jobs report shows that the economy is getting worse, then we can expect rates to decrease, right? That's just kind of how it works. In this case, I'm not the only one who thinks that. Fannie Mae believes that by the end of 2026, we will be below 6%. So over the next 12 months, you can expect about a 0.5% drop in mortgage rates, putting us in the high fives. And I think that that's a sweet spot that will finally get buyer activity up and moving again, which rolls us right into our housing report and the numbers within it. All right, number nerds, I've got a gift for you. If you want the full MLS report of exactly what's going on in our local market, down in the description below, I have a link. That link will ask you to give me your email address. If you are kind enough to give me your email address, I will email you the full report with all the nitty-gritty numbers of exactly what's going on in our local Bryan-College Station Metro. Guys, that's the same report that I look at every single month. That's a report provided to real estate agents, and now I'm giving it to you. For everybody else who just wants to know what's going on in the local market, let's talk about Q3 2025 and compare it to Q3 2024. I like quarterly data, guys. More data is more better. So let's look at 3 months combined in Q3. Starting off with median sale price. We're actually down 1.6%. And as you can tell, I'm not super shocked, surprised, or otherwise nervous about this number. $319,500 is our median price. And quite frankly, guys, it's pretty indicative of the soft market that we're in right now. I don't know necessarily that 25 is going to be a down year, but if it is, that'll be only our 5th down year since 1990. Bryan-College Station is just overall a very strong market with a really strong tailwind. So appreciation is the norm, and we generally out appreciate the national average on a regular basis. So again, I'm not concerned about one down quarter. The other data is pretty strong. Our closed sales are up by 7%. Our active listings are up 11.4%. Again, there's just a lot of active listings out there, which is great for buyers and investors like you and me, because we have a lot of houses to choose from. And then finally, our months of inventory are up from 4.4 to 4.6, which is just indicative of this year being like slightly more of a buyer's market. Buyers have a slight edge compared to what they had last year. Buyers like, for example, Jim. Jim actually had an incredible edge. First off, he worked with Schwartz Realty Group. Then he made an offer on an awesome house. He made a very strong offer, and we locked that house up for him $40,000 under asking. He closed on a single family house in Bryan-College Station for only $200,000. It's going to make an excellent investment for him. So if that's what you're looking to do, we're here to help. For everybody else, do me a huge favor. Go down below and hit that subscribe and that like button. Subscribe will let you know when I have a new video, because I drop a new video every single week. And of course, monthly, I bring you these monthly updates. And the like button, well, that just helps me out. That tells other people I'm making great content like this so that we can all do my ultimate goal. And that is that we can all grow our wealth through real estate right here in Aggieland, one of the best housing markets in the entire United States. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. If I'm right, I'll see you next week.